Hi people, it's Archivist here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3, one of the most difficult games I've ever played. And somehow I've managed to persevere and actually get further than I thought I would when I bought this game. I was really quite concerned I'd crumble early on and not get past the first level, so the fact that I've actually killed a few bosses now is pretty good for the old morale. So I'm now in Faron Keep in this swampy wasteland, and I have to say it's rather depressing to look at. But I am about to face a boss. And this boss is a boss that I'm having a lot of trouble with, a lot like the Crystal Sage before it. But I find myself coming a lot further away from victory with this boss. So I could be here for even longer. However, a nice little tip I picked up from a commenter actually on my previous video is that you want to try and avoid fighting enemies if you can. And this particular route to the boss offers a great opportunity for this. Now, if you look up ahead, you'll see two opponents and they're walking off. So I'm going to let them walk forward. And what they're actually going to do is they're going to engage the other enemies and create a pretty nice distraction. While they're distracted, I'm going to attempt to run around the side and go straight into the boss's area. Once I've gone through the fog, I actually can't be followed. So what I've discovered is that in certain parts of this game, honestly, the best tactic is to just avoid enemies. Sometimes that's not really possible because they'll position them in such a way that they're blocking a route, or if they were to follow you, you wouldn't be able to actually escape them. But in cases like this, as you're seeing right now, it just makes total sense to do so. It saves on time and effort. Now, here's the boss. Now, this boss is, for me, extremely difficult. I'm talking as I play, and I apologise. I will hesitate to speak and react, and I doubt I'm going to beat this guy because I've died not as many times as I'd died to the Crystal Sage as I've been making the last video, but enough times to appreciate his difficulty and his skill as an enemy. But I am finding this boss is more about timing than the Crystal Sage. That was more about situational awareness. Now, he also seems to spawn enemies that attack him. As you can see, look, they're actually fighting each other. And what I'm going to opt to do, after healing myself up, no idea how I'm going to do this without an ember, is let them fight each other. What I might want to do actually is probably get involved here and actually strike the boss. Otherwise I'm not making very good use of a distraction. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, now I've got to face two of them. Not too good for me, but I'm trying to master repelling their attack patterns. But honestly, some of them are quite easy. Others, it's very difficult to know when they're actually going to stop. Ones like that, if I was close by, would have been an easier counter-attack. This one, running low on stamina. There's a lot to consider. And it's actually extraordinarily difficult, I'm going to have to say, to play and concentrate simultaneously. But actually, if I can just... Oh dear. I'm getting slashed by my would-be ally. I guess... Oh, there he goes. Down. Okay, but that's only the first phase, unfortunately. And that was, comparatively speaking, the easy bit. So he's down. But now something far more sinister is going to emerge. You know when there's a cutscene that something bad's going to happen. And you know when you see that much red and that many corpses, things are about to get a lot harder. And so I don't like my chances too much for beating him. Call it pessimism, but you know, I'm out of Estus Flask. I could use an ember. It would be pretty sweet if I managed to take him down while I'm filming, but I think it would be a waste of an ember, to be honest. I should probably use it for a summon instead if I can. So, yeah, now he's got a fiery sword, making his attacks even more difficult to dodge. So, it's very, very possible I could die within seconds. I'm wondering, how many have I got? 4. Okay, here we go. Screw it, I'm doing it. I'm already regretting it. I'm already regretting it. Okay, I regret it. I regret it straight away. Oh my god. He attacks for so long and it's so hard to avoid his... Oh, this is so brutal. Ow, come on. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just dancing with the devil right now. Oh, wasted an ember. Wasted it. At least I'd 4. Oh, there I go. So, that first phase, not too difficult. It's manageable if you know the attack pattern, but that is clearly far more challenging. I'm hoping it's also just a case of learning the attack pattern, learning which the best way to dodge is. I'm probably going to avoid using an ember again until I really feel like I know every inch of that fight. But, you know, I'm still here. It's only been 6 minutes odd, so I'll keep going. I have to say, this zone really does encapsulate the gothic look that Dark Souls 3 nails just so well. I mean, I think atmosphere is as big a part of this game as the combat, as the statistics, as the bosses themselves. You are going through what is actually a continuous world. So when you go up to the grand high walls of the major city, you can look down and see many of these smaller zones. So it really creates a strong sense of cohesion. If I look up to my right, you'll see that massive broken wall, and that is what leads to the main city. I think what I'm going to do this time, if only to vary things up a bit, is go to my right over there. I haven't been there, and, well, I'm curious. And, well, I could end up fighting a mini-boss. That's very likely. Let's see what these people have to say. Look carefully. Try a brief respite. Is that a bonfire? Where am I? Illusionary wall ahead. That can't be a bonfire. Is that a bonfire? Ambush. Alright. Okay. Let's light this, but... No, nothing's happened yet. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if something was meant to happen. This is another thing. I mean, I didn't have to go down here, but it's an interesting little deviation path. I'm going to kill the enemies, I think, just because... Oh, this stage, why not? These satyrs are quite tricky if you don't kill them quickly. I'm just going to turn down the sound a bit because it might be coming through my monitor. Got a nice little shard there. Another one. Yep, just spam the button. Luckily, they're resting, so I can just easily take them out. I say easily, and down. The monster designs in this game are just wonderfully grotesque. I mean, they take things that are known concepts like the satyr and just really go to town on making them look really quite horrific. So you end up fearing them just because of their difficulty and their look. Okay, I'm wondering about that. Okay, that's some kind of enemy. I've not faced this before. Don't know what it's going to be like. Wait, is that one of those... Oh, no, I have. I faced one of these things in the very first part of the game. But it wasn't all kind of tied up like this. Can I just go past it? Great magic. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I'm opening up a little shortcut here. I might be going backwards, to be honest. Road of Sacrifices, yeah. I found another way in. Oh, that's interesting. And I can overlook another... Oh, what's that? Oh dear. Oh dear. Why does this happen to me? Die. Some enemies you don't actually see all that frequently. This one's quite rare. Again, very grotesque. Now that does look interesting. And the blood stains on the floor suggest to me this won't be an easy fight. But let's give it a go. Wow, I'm really intimidated. I'm really intimidated. Oh, what's he going to do? How much damage does he take? Okay, doesn't look too... let's see how this goes. I'm hoping there'll be a satisfactory reward for killing this guy. For having found and defeating him, if I do so defeat him. Really hope I do. I've got lots of Estus and... Oh dear, that's a lot of damage. Okay, my optimism just went off the wall. Oh, I hate that. That is so annoying when you go to drink your flask and then they attack you. Let's see if it happens again. Okay, got a flask in that time. Why do fights start well and then get progressively worse? I suppose it's for difficulty. And that would make sense. Please don't kill me. I'm just a humble adventurer. I want is your armor. Okay. There, nice. Oh, maybe I could have stabbed him in the back there. Sometimes backstabbing doesn't seem to work so well. Or maybe it is something, maybe the enemy is immune to it. Could be all number of reasons. It'd be really annoying if he killed me now. No! No! Got him. Wow. Now that was, I think you'll agree, a fairly tight fight. Now let's see if what he dropped was of any use. What was it? Black Knight. Oh, now that is of use, but it's very heavy as well. Maybe I can reduce my weight by taking some of these off. If I take them all off, what does that get me to? Because I don't even know if these rings are being that useful. Okay, so if I take off some rings, I go down. Because what essentially, if you look at the top right, I've got 67.4% weight. You don't really want that to go over to 70 because then you end up rolling really slowly, and that's just frustrating and unworkable. So yeah, that's a good combination. Oh, so wow, I'm actually wearing different armor. Okay, so that was worth it. I've been wearing the same armor throughout this game, and I've only just upgraded it. I'm wondering if I go back and go to the bonfire, will it respawn him? No. Finger ahead. Okay, let's keep going this way. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing because I've got basically no health. I could be taken out by an ambush now. Alright, seems like... Is this a dead end? Well, although I wasn't able to defeat the boss, I do have armor that could potentially make me better equipped to take out the boss, which is rather nice. So, let's go back to the bonfire and then we'll call it for the time being. Actually, how much time have I got? I don't want to go over 15 minutes. Maybe I could attempt... Oh. Does this take you back to... Wow. This is the thing. There are so many pathways. This game is not linear. I will give it that. There are so many different approaches, avenues you can take. Also, I really want to look at the graphics here for a second on a technical level. The texturing is very good if I look at my armor. Also, if we just look at the lighting on that particular pillar there, it looks very nice, looks dynamic. But when you go into the more rural environments like treetops, I just don't think the engine gets it very, doesn't get it very good. I'm wondering if they should have kind of stuck to their strengths and stuck to like dilapidated architecture rather than going into some different environments that just don't look quite as good in my opinion on the engine. So, oh no, he's a spirit of another player. So let's just rest here and I'll call it now. So, as always people, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.